Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Fights in Tight Spaces. It's been a while, hasn't it? Today's beverage is a very standard yet reliable cup of tea, the good old-fashioned cuppa. So I say it's been a while, I'm not just referring to the game, I'm referring to videos on the channel and indeed my presence. It's been over a month as of the time recording since I put out any videos, and there's various reasons for that. Mainly though, it's a bout of long cough, and yeah, it's been suboptimal to say the least. That's also brought out some other compound and complex issues that I'm still dealing with and still going through, but you know, we'll get there in the end or we won't. You know, one of the two things will happen, but I thought at least an attempt should be made to start, you know, bringing some videos back to the channel, and well, this is the first one. And yeah, obviously it might sound a bit different because I said of said affliction as well as new microphones, so if it sounds terrible then let me know about feedback, ranging from if it's absolutely unlistenable over to it's not too bad. So feedback very much welcome, as is +1 generic units of patience from everybody, which to be fair, people have been very patient on that one. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. Videos will be sporadic at best and probably a little bit different, but I thought for the very first video after over a month of not making anything, what we'll do is we'll play a highly tactical, complex game that I haven't played in quite some time with the new DLC after only 10 minutes of play, because if nothing else, it'll be amusing for everybody involved, hopefully. Anyway, we'll see how things go. Let me know, and yeah, comments in the comments as always. So I'm going to go over to play here. And this is Fights in Tight Spaces. If you're not seeing it, it's a sort of basically John Wick simulator. I don't like to use direct comparisons, as people may be aware, but I think that's fairly realistic. It's sort of turn-based, card-based, and you take out enemies. And I've played it several times on the channel, and not to be immodest, I was actually all right at the game. Like, I could very reasonably get to the final boss. Maybe not beat the final boss, but certainly get to the end very regularly, even on a higher difficulty. That's on Fights in Tight Spaces. There's also the Weapons of Choice DLC, which brings in basically handgun. And then there's two other DLCs, the K9 Division, which we're going to check out in but a moment, which brings, as you may imagine, a doggo, and then Frights in Tight Spaces, which I don't even know what it is. It's just in the library, and I guess it's something to do with Halloween. Anyway, let's go over to new game, and you know, excuses out the way right now. If I get to the end of this level, the Death's Head Biker Gang is what we're going to try, then I'll be very surprised and be very happy with that one. As I said, this is more of a test bed, trying to get back into making things. Anyway, so you've got different difficulty modes. Naturally, you go from Suave over to Brutal. We're going to go with, there's either Classic or Classic Plus. I'm going to go with Classic Plus because basically it's Classic, but you get 3 rollbacks, and that's going to give me a little bit of a safety net, because I think I need something like that. Anyway, Classic Plus, and you've got different agents. Agent 11, and Agent 11. The first Agent 11 is, yeah, your default one. Then you've got Agent 11, which is the weapons DLC one, and then you've got Agent 11, which is, I believe, the new one. So we're going to go with them, because why not? And welcome back. Let's continue through all this one. And then you get to select your deck. Now, I don't know if you've seen the game before. I featured it several times on the channel, so I shouldn't have to explain it from the very beginning, but I'll do my best. But basically, you select your deck, you get a number of cards. You've got momentum, which is you sort of your action points essentially, and you spend those on different things. So the default decks are Balance, Counter Striker, Aggressive, Slasher, Grappler, and Trickster. You've got Gunslinger, which comes with the Gun DLC, I'm going to call it, and then you've got K9 Handler and K9 Support. So I've not actually tried the latter, but I have tried for about 10 minutes the K9 Handler, so that's what we're going to try here. An aggressive K9 deck with sharp teeth and plenty of new tricks gives +1 momentum. So yeah, we get an additional action point essentially with the momentum. So we're going to select those, and there's all of the cards. They have lots of different things like damage and pushback, and we'll get onto that when we're in the game. It's not going to be a full tutorial, this one, because, well, I don't think I have the capacity to go through all of that one, and like I say, I've played it several times on the channel, so you're probably already aware. Anyway, we'll select that deck, and you got your different enemy areas. So you've got Death's Head Bikers Gang, Insiders, Jade Staff, Eye, Complete Eye, and then your final mission. Now, you could always select previously where you want to go. But I think the game just shouted at you saying, are you sure about that one because you haven't leveled up and you haven't got all the cards? I don't know if it's been balanced so you can select where you want to go now and you can just go back and do it in any order, which I always wanted. I'm not too sure if that's been added in. I could be making this up, but I don't know if I've mentioned that. I've seen that in a patch note. I'll put a link in the description as always. But either way, we're going to go with the Death Head Bikers gang just for the avoidance of doubt on this one. And we'll continue. And woof, there we go. There is our lovable companion. I say lovable companion, they're an absolute savage beast. Let's go to continue and smash to this one. And here we go. So, section 11. Agent. 40 of 40 health, 50 generic units of currency, 10 combo, I believe that is. I always get the combo and momentum mixed up. This X here is basically action points, and you get 4 because of this deck. You always start with an additional 1. Normally it's 3. And our enhancements is a dog collar. It is the section 11 collar. Again, a temporary emergency whistle card at the start of each fight. Basically, you blow that, you get a couple of extra dog cards. So, mission data, fight, restroom, 3 targets, reward is additional card and some generic units of currency, weaken targets. Let's go to the restroom and see what we can do. So there's a couple of big differences from the default, let's call it the default mode. So you always have, well, for a start, you've got the dog. Let's talk about the dog. So this is Agent K, an agent's best friend. It has a support bite. Now, the support is quite important on this one. Basically, if you do some sort of attack and the dog is adjacent to that target, it'll do 8 damage. And vice versa. So if the dog attacks, you do 8 damage to that target as well. That's the main takeaway. It even shows that on the top left there. So, reaction, quick strike, deal 8 damage. Dog, same thing, deal 8 damage. So you always want the dog next to the target that you're attacking. That's what you want to do. The dog itself has only 2, let's call it dog health. It means it can only take 2 hits. But it only ever takes 1 damage. So if it takes 1 damage, it takes 1 damage. If it takes 1,000,000 damage, it takes 1 damage. So it just takes 2 hits. It also has dodge. So it dodges next incoming attack, shows on the top right there. Excuse me. And yeah, that means that basically you want the dog in support role and doing what it can do. I say support role, you can give it different actions. So for example, I can tell it go anywhere. And this go is go anywhere on the map. In fact, it will even vault over half-height obstacles. So, like, say for example, you're fighting in like a kitchen. There's like a central island. It will happily jump over that. It doesn't matter. It'll just do that. But yeah, let's see how we get on. So we got a 4 momentum. No, combo. Momentum, whatever, action point. And the doggo is here. If I hold Alt, we can see that this is a threat area. So if I push an enemy out there, it's basically an instant death, but they're nowhere near there. Our 2 enemies are a thug, which is short range attack, deals 6 damage. Not really worried about that. I am, however, worried about a new enemy, which is the Street Rat, a fresh-faced recruit armed with a shaving razor. Cut, 6 damage and 4 bleeding. So bleeding in the very first level. Pretty unheard of. Okay, so what are we going to do? Well, I want to definitely get rid of this guy. I want to get them away, but they've got 38 HP. There's no way I'm going to be able to do that. I could, however, use Bark, and that'll push the target, which would be quite good. We're probably going to do that. We've got combo, K9 combo, 8 damage plus 1 per point of combo. We've got no combo, and it requires 3 combo, which is this yellow circle, in order to do that. Range 1 to 2, 8 damage. Rip, which is bleeding damage, which is good, and then front kick. Okay, what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to maybe move the dog. I'm going to use Dart. No, I'll use Go, because it uses 0 HP. Actually, sorry, 0 action points. Do I really need that? I do want to push. I want to push this guy there so he actually attacks the thug. I don't think I'll be able to kill the thug. I can do... Well, that would be 10 damage in total because of the 6 damage for kicking them and then 4 damage from hitting the wall. So I'm having to really work it out here. Normally I'd just do this really quickly, but still, yeah. We could also slip away, which is what we'll probably do. Okay, I'm going to use go to there. That's the easy one. I'm going to rip the target, so that's going to give them 6, and then we hit them because again, they've done damage, so then we always do any sort of attack then we do damage to them. So that's what's happened there. We're going to then bark, so we're going to push that target over to there. We're then going to go with the front kick on this target, which is going to take, yeah, a bit of damage there. So they've got 10 HP, they're going to suffer 6 and then 4 bleeding. So basically, I can slip away. The problem with that is if I move this guy here, they're going to... yeah, that's a problem. They're going to follow us because it advances when a player uses a movement card, as shown on the right there. Yeah. Okay, what I might do is just take the damage, but I'm going to move that guy up and then just attack them for 12 because why not? And yeah, that's a lot of damage on them already. And I'm gonna try and slip to them. We'll see what happens. So they've turned around to the dog, but the dog does have dodge, so it shouldn't take any damage. Oh no, it has taken damage, which is a bit of a shame, but it doesn't take any bleeding. Right, okay. So this guy is gonna take a bit of damage. We've got a takedown here. So I could probably take down this target. We've also got long strike. They've got 10 health. We've got pet, which is gain 4 health. Next dog attack deals +6. I would like to pet the dog, but we can't. Emergency whistle, gain some. Yeah, gain some extra. Yeah, gain some extra. Yeah, gain some extra cards. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ready. And then I'm going to go with takedown on this guy because I don't want to take any damage. So we'll take that guy down, and the doggo's done what it's need to do. I'm then going to go with dart to there, and then I'm going to if I pet the dog, it's not actually going to really do anything, actually, is it? No, you know what? I'm just going to end the turn there because there's bleeding on this guy, so I'm not really too concerned on that one. Ah, okay, this is good. So this guy here is right next to the door, which means if I can push them back, that will help out. We've got Taste Kill, which is 18 damage if deadly gain 2 combo. I can definitely do that on this guy. Bite, Hammer Fist, shove, push the target. Right, okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use Taste Kill on this just because we'll take them out completely. And oh yes, that looks a bit savage. Oh yeah, the biting in places that shouldn't be bitten. So that's now done. And then we will go with, I definitely want to shove. But I need to be here. I don't think I'm going to get there though, am I? No, I don't think I'm going to get there. Maybe we can... Can I get myself... Can I shove the dog? I can move the dog, but it's not going to help out, really. I should point out that defeat enemies 2 of 4 is our objective, and then we gain bonus money, generic currency, obviously, if we complete the fight within 6 turns. So we've only got these 2 enemies to deal with, so I think we'll hopefully be able to do that. I mean, the obvious one is to... You know, I'm going to use Emergency Whistle because I want to see what extra cards we get. Because if we get... One of the cards is like a push. And there you go. Push. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to ready. We're going to go with a bite, which is 16 damage on that guy. We're then going to run over to here. And then we're going to bark, which is going to push them back because they're scared of the dog. And then they end up going through the door and taking themselves out. We do have a bit more action points left there, so we'll just hit them, and then there you go. So score is 4-10, and that wasn't actually too bad. Let's just have a quick look at that replay and see how we get on that. Like I say, I'm having to do more processing in order to make sure everything's all right. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot more mistakes to be made here, but I felt like a decent run there. And yeah, the doggo did take a hit, but as I said, it doesn't matter how much they take. They can't have bleeding, you know, anything like that. They just take a point of damage. Oh yeah, that looks a bit savage. I like the way the dog just barks and the guy just runs away. And oh yeah, I don't know whether that's worse or not. I mean, I assume that this is inspired by John Wick 3 and the dogs in that, but I don't know. It's just the ears remind me of that. Anyway, so we've got defeat the enemies, new card, and bonus objective, which is +30 generic units of currency. So we gain some new cards. So we have heal, slash, and distract. Slash, bit of damage, bit of bleeding. Distract, we've already got one of those, don't really need that. Heal, return to agent and gain 1 momentum. It's not terrible, that one. It could be quite useful, so I'm going to pick that one. And then the next one is Maul, which is deal 24 damage to a downed enemy. Very good indeed. Combo finisher, which is always useful. And then Nasty Little Jab. I'm going to go with Maul. Let's view the deck. Do we have anything that can knock them down? Yes, we have Takedown. So let's do Takedown and then Maul. Hopefully we'll get that. We're full health, so we don't need to go to medical. We will go to the men's room then, because then we can go to the gym and then hopefully either get another card, remove cards that we don't want, or even level up the cards, which is my preference. So once again, we have this horrible slasher enemy, which I really don't like. We've got Taste Kill, we've got Go, we've got Bite, combos, lots of movement here. There's no way I'm going to be able to do anything with that guy. I can shove them to there, but I don't think that's going to help out. What I'll do is I'll get the dog to probably dart to there. Then we're going to go for maybe a bite. And then we hit them for it as well, because again, we've done a bit of damage. And we're going to go with Taste Kill, which... can we do that? Why can't we do that? 18 damage if deadly. Oh, if deadly, right, sorry. I thought if deadly, then gain 2 combo. It's not. It's 18 damage if deadly, then gain 2 combo. So slightly different. I don't really use Emergency Whistle at this stage. What I'll probably do is I can shove them into the dog, and that'll make the dog take a bit of damage, but then we'll hit them. But no, I think I'm just going to move them to there, and maybe even move the dog over to do the K9 combo. There we go. And it's going to remove our combo, but I don't think it really matters. And oh, we can do Taste Kill now. There we go. And Om Nom Nom. Yes, those are the tasty bits. And end the turn. And I would take 6 damage actually, because I didn't realise that this guy has range of 2. Okay, so back to it then. That guy's got 18 health. We do have an injury, so unplayable. We've got Heal, Return to Ourselves. We've got Rip ready. Next dog attack does 8 damage. Hammer Fist. There's lots of options we've got. I just need to get myself in a position where myself and the dog can do something. So if I go here, I'll just slip over to there. The dog can go to here, and then we're going to go with Ready, and then this should be a lot of damage here. And then we're going to Rip. So it's going to be, yeah, it's going to be bleeding. It's going to be all kinds of hits there, and then I'm going to go with Heal actually, because then the dog is out the way of that guy, and there you go. So they're taking 6 damage. They've got 5 bleeding, only 3 health. It's actually difficult to see, but I can spin it around and hopefully you can see a bit better there. So I'm not worried about that guy. That guy's going to be gone by the end of this turn, so that's all fine. So we're going to go with maybe Takedown on this guy. We've got Jump Kick, we've got Distract, which is force enemy to turn and face, target will not advance this turn. Run, gain 2 combo. Problem is I can't do much. I mean, I could kick to there, but that wouldn't do anything. It really wouldn't. I mean, I could long strike and take this guy out, but that's a bit of a waste of time. I'm going to go with the doggo, and I think I'm going to go with just take that guy down, because they've got ranged and it's just a bit of a pain for me to deal with. So they're down. I'm going to go with, what else have we got? 3 left. So I can vault to there, so that's fine. We've got the dog, which can dart to there. I can go with long strike, which is going to be 6 damage, and then the dog's going to attack for 8. And then I'm going to... the dog is going to get attacked for 1 damage, like, because it just will. It does say educate dodges next incoming attack, but I don't think it does. Look, yeah, look, it just took the damage there. Anyway, it doesn't matter because it's all good. So this guy's stood up. They've got 10 health, got 11 health, and then yeah, 20 on this guy. So gonna go quick block, because why not? It's free. And then we've got Bark, which is push an enemy, which would that actually kill them? That might kill them, you know, if I bark at them, because it'll hit them like that, and then I'll hit them for 8, and then there you go, they're gone. Excellent. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to say go. you come to here, and then we're going to say pet. It was a goodbye. Oh yeah, so we gain 4 health. And the dog gains additional damage. Defeat enemies within 3 turns. There's only 2 enemies left. Yeah, attack deals extra 6 damage. I've still got 3 combo. There's not much I can really do. I mean, I can slip to there and do a front kick. Dart the dog to there. Can I kill that guy this turn? I'm gonna give it a go. I can always, change this up if need be. No, okay. A bit of a, I'm gonna go dog whistle because we might get like a takedown or something. And in fact, this is exactly what we have. We got more, which is 30 damage to a down enemy, but I can just use combo, and it's just 22 damage. And yeah, get in that sink. And yeah, I guess I can slip to here. There's not much I can really do, but that's another enemy taken out. So now. Right, okay. So, it's just taste kill, isn't it, really, basically? He's only got 10 health, and that's a horrible way to go. Yeah, okay. I'm tempted to call the dog Brandy, but, well, yeah, if you know the reference, you know the reference. Let's go continue, and we now have Support Barge, which is replace a dog's support attack. Not too sure on that one. As I'm not too sure exactly what it does, I'm going to skip it. I'm going to play it safe. After that, we got block, which is always good. Front kick, which is good. And then lure. Force the character to move 2 tiles towards you and apply 1 vulnerable. Again, don't know what that is. I'm going to go with block, just for, safety. So we have 110 generic units of currency. We're going to go to upgrade cards. And to be honest, leveling up taste kill is probably the way to go because you can just, basically one-shot an opponent. So, yeah, you would have thought the doggo is more deadly than the gun in the game. So we're in, I think, an alleyway here, and we have the blowtorch guy, and that's a shame. I'm going to say maybe this guy we can push into there. So we've got the blowtorch guy, we've got this gunny guy. What have we got? We've got maul, damage down enemies. We got run, which can run anywhere. So you can run anywhere on the map, which is good. We've got slip, we've got dart, we've not really got anything major, which is a bit of a shame actually. Okay. I mean, I do need to slip, or I could just shove this opponent. I mean, I'm gonna have to move regardless, so I'm gonna slip to say here, maybe. Yes. Now the dog can't be attacked by ranged attacks, so that's fine. I'm going to run the dog over to there, because as I said, they can't be attacked by ranged attacks because they're too low, as far as I can tell. Yeah, so we're going to bite that target, and then obviously we do a bit of damage. And we've got 1 HP remaining. I'm going to shove them to there, so they're just out the way. So we'll just end the turn, and oh, the dog did get hit there, I believe. No, it didn't get hit, so it must have dodged the attack. Right, so this guy's back again. I can jump kick. Oh no, I can't jump kick actually. Rip puts bleeding. Well, we're going to go with quick block because why not? We don't need to pet. Oh, actually, it would be benefit to pet. I can't actually do a jump kick because it's range 2 of 2, so you have to be within range 2, and as soon as I move, the street rat's going to shift as well. So, yeah. Dodges next incoming attack, it says. Okay. So, I guess putting bleeding on this guy would be good, because then we'll do damage there. You know what I might do? I'm going to play emergency whistle, because I want to see if we can get basically a knockdown. And there's a takedown. Perfect. Now, I can't take this down, because they are heavy, can't be downed. However, I can do, let's see, a rip, and then we do 8 damage. So they've got 18 health left with a bleeding of 6. Could do a takedown, could do a bark and just push them. If I do that, just going to put them to there, and then they're going to get shot for 10 damage. Yep. And then I guess heal there, and then we pet the animal. Yep. There we go. And it feels like there's a much better sequence involved in that one. But you know what? I think that'll be fine because that guy's basically going to be taken out. Okay, so this guy is got 9 HP. It's 9 HP, that's a lot of it. We're going to ready the dog, and we're going to move the dog to there. Now this is going to be a lot of damage here, so hammer fist. So we attack him for a bit of damage, and then dog does 22 damage because it had the +8 from the other thing there. And then we're basically going to taste kill. And yeah, there you go. The apron ain't going to help you there, matey. And they're now taken out. Okay, and you know what? I'm going to slip closer to there. To the range target, and then we've got another one dropping in here. So let's see where we're going to go now. We do have a front kick, but we're very outside our usual. What I'm going to do is, if I go to, I could slip to there and then start doing long strikes. You know what I'll do? I'll use maybe run to there. This is not going to really do a lot of damage, I don't think. So I'm going to have to slip to there. And then I've got 2 more that I can do. Now I can do front kick, but that'll push him back, and I don't want to do that. So what I'll do is I'll ready the dog, and then I will long strike, but I'll keep my range, and then the dog will attack, and then 16 damage, and that should do us. There we go. Yeah, all fine. And this guy's only got 3 health. The dog can do 20 odd health damage, and I can't really dart elsewhere. I could heal him to there though. Ah, right, okay. This. Let me get this over here. Right, okay. So this is going to change things a little. So I can do hammer fist and just take that guy out. After that, we can then heal the dog to there and then take that guy out as well. I'm going to do that. So I'm going to hammer fist, which is gone. We're then going to heal the dog to there. We're then going to taste kill for 24, and there we go. There's that guy gone as well. You can see how powerful the combos are when you start getting it down. And dart the dog. I'll just dart the dog there because this guy's going to have to close in anyway. We've still got loads of HP. We have to complete the fight in 4 turns. I think we should be fine. Quick block, because why would you not? Go, I'll bring the dog to, say, there. And then slip into... Oh, that's a problem. Slip to there. Distract that. So, yeah, the turn around. And I'm going to shove into there, which is going to cause 4 damage, and then the dog's going to attack for 8. And then we can't do a maul. That guy's going to attack. Oh, look, the dog takes 1 damage, but they've got 2. And then, truth be told, I'm just going to let the dog just savage the guy there. And again, job done. So we get the bonus. And we've got, go card. So move to target tile, which is always good. Weave plus, move to target tile, shift through enemies, that's really good. And then lure. I'm going to go with weave plus. After that, we've got slash, spin kick, and grapple. I don't particularly want any of those, and I'm trying to keep a bit of a lean deck. Slash is good though. No, I'm going to skip that one. And then you've got an event, or you've got the restroom. I'm going to go with the event. So a brief period of downtime, you notice a new boxing gym has opened. Join the gym and train a new technique. Add a new card, lose 50. Join the gym and train an existing technique. Upgrade a card, lose 50. And ignore the gym. I'm going to say upgrade, so we'll continue. And what card have we been using quite a bit? I mean, we've been using... Now, what would heal plus be? Heal plus would be gain 2 combo when used. Alright, okay, that's pretty good. Maul we haven't really been used. The K9 combo is always good, which is pretty good. Plus 2 damage per amount of combo. Bite plus just takes it up to 12 damage, so just a standard increase. Bark causes a bit of damage. I'm not really too bothered about that one. Takedown, it'll probably be a bit more damage. What does it do? Ah, it's range 1 to 2. Alright, okay, so it's like a range takedown. Okay. Rip. It's additional 2 bleeding. It's only additional 2, it's not really great. Ready. Next dog attack deals 8 damage, but it's free. Yeah, we're going to get that one. We're going to get that one. And then we're going to go to the gym again. And I don't think we're going to be able to do anything, truth be told. We're not with 20. No, we're 20. I mean, I'll select upgrade cards, but I don't think there's anything in this list that we can do. Yeah, there's nothing we can do there. Do I really want long strike? No, I think that'll be fine. Should have probably went to medical and done something there. Anyway, motorcycle club. I'm actually doing a lot better than I thought, so, you know, happy with that. Not that it's a high barrier, truth be told, but there you are. So we've got in a couple of enemies here. So we have a pistol thug. We have a chunk, a heavy and enraged with a wide attack swing. And then we have the slasher. Okay. We'll counter incoming attacks. This guy. Yeah, okay. So there's... Well, we might as well ready plus because it's free. And... I mean, the best option really is bark. Maybe bite. It's not auto attack. I think what we're going to do is we're going to weave to there. Actually, if we weave behind the opponent there, it would have been maybe okay. I'll just bite. So why not? I thought I wouldn't auto attack. I'm going to roll back because that's obviously a big mistake there. I've made a big mistake. We're going to ready plus. That's a standard affair. Yeah, we'll counter incoming attacks. I thought that bite will not auto attack this turn. Target will not auto attack this turn. I thought I'd use bite. Will counter incoming attacks. Okay. Shove. I can shove that guy into there, and they'll take some damage. Yes. I'm going to weave them to the back. And then if I do this, shove, this is going to be a bit of a combo here. So dog attacks, then I thought that guy would have attacked as well, but it probably wasn't classed as an attack there. Push them there. We take a bit of damage, but then we hit them back as well. Bite, not auto attack. Then we hit them again. So they've taken so much damage already. And I'm just going to back up. But there's no reason not to, because then that guy's going to swing 12 damage. Then he's going to get attacked for 8 damage with 4 bleeding. So the guy at the back is something I'm not really bothered about. Quick block, because why not? We could go to here, and can I actually take this guy out? I think I probably could in some way. We've got taste kill. This guy I'm not really bothered about, Chonk. He's got 8 health and he's on 4 bleeding. You know, eventually, they're going to go down. This guy's got auto attack, which is something I'm not really too keen on. Hammer Fist could do 9 damage. And if the dog was next, it would do a bit damage as well. But I could just do taste kill and just take them out completely and then just move off. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move the dog to there. See, he jumps over the half bit. And taste kill that character. Just taking them out is worth it. Just removing someone from the board, job done. Hammer Fist. We would take how much damage back? A little bit of damage. I'm tempted to try it. I might take a bit of damage here, but you know, the dog's going to attack as well. So yeah, the dog's taking a bit of damage. I think I'm going to dart the dog. Oh, just get the dog away. And there we go. Get the bleeding on. There's only, I was going to say, only these couple of enemies to deal with, but no, they've morph turned up. So, the obvious one is combo, K9 combo, just take out the slasher. They've got 12, 16 health, I can do 18. Let's just do that. Let's just get rid of that guy, completely remove him from the table. There you go. And then I'm going to emergency dog whistle, because I just want a standard, like, bite card to get that guy. And, well, there you go. We got a takedown. So, oh no, you can't take that guy down. Doesn't matter, rip. So they've got 6 bleeding. So they've got 9 bleeding. They're going to be gone as well. I can vault to there and then do a bit of a long strike. So there we go. and then a bit of a front kick, and there you go. And then finally, we're going to be getting a bit of damage here, but not really too concerned. Although, I can heal. Heal for there, which is free, and then a takedown. There we go. Which is taking them down, and then that guy dies of bleeding. Alright, that didn't feel like a terrible little run, that one. What else? Bark. Okay, if I bark, it's gonna push them out the map. It's just an obvious one. I've got 5 turns to complete the rest of this one. I'm just going to run the dog over to there. I'm just going to wait for this guy to come around the corner, basically. Put on a bit of block, and we've got all the time. Oh, actually, you know what I should have done? I should have gone there and said, "Who's a good dog?" Yes, there we go. And pet the dog, and we gain some health back, and the dog gains additional damage next turn. That guy's going to armor up and stand there. And what have we got? Weave. So we can weave to there. We can bite. And we can do takedown. Can that be guy? Yeah, that guy can be taken down. And alright, this is pretty much game over, isn't it? So we can move to... we can dart to there. We can do a takedown for 14 damage. There we go. And then we can maul for 24. And that is job done. Okay, so all completed. Bonus objective as well. Continue. We've got Weave Plus again, Quick Block Plus, and Get Over Here, which is force a character to move 2 tiles towards you. Weave Plus is just so good. Go through enemies. Quick Block is also great. I think I'm going to double down on the dog. And what have we got? Lure, Panic Dash, and Stun Dart. Stun Dart's great, actually. It's not bad. I'm going to pick up Stun Dart because it's always pretty good. After that, I want to go to the gym probably. So we're going to go Tattoo Shop, Event, and then the gym. So we'll try that one. We are on full health. So far, I think we're doing all right. Oh, okay. That's a lot of bleeding I can see in this one. So we do have a couple of things here. We've got Stun Dart, which, I mean, sadly it's range 2 to 8. If I move, this guy's going to move with me. There is no knockout area, so I can't push them out. Defeat the enemies 0-5, reach 5 combo, and complete the fight within 9 turns. I'm not going to try the bonus ones on this one because it seems already a bit too difficult. Okay, Taste Kill Plus we're not going to be able to use because you need to be able to kill them within 24. It's not going to happen. Shove. I can shove a target. If I was to put that guy there, this guy, would he count as incoming attacks within 1 tile range? Okay. I'm going to run them to there. And I'm going to shove them into there. So 4 damage, then the dog attacks. It shouldn't be auto attack because I didn't attack him yet. That's fine. 32. If I could cause a bit more damage, I'm going to go with immediate. I'm going to go with the dog whistle. This could be a mistake, but I've got rollbacks, so see how we get on. Pet and rip. Rip. 6 bleeding, and then 8 damage. That takes him at 24, which means taste kill. There we go. Okay. More luck than judgment on that one, but I think I can then go back over to there and then stun dart. Alright, so that stuns them. And end turn. So there's only one enemy dropping down because we were standing over the area. We've got a couple of options. We're going to go with that, and we're going to go with pet. Now we don't need the health, but it will cause more damage. And if I go with where is it? Maybe weave to there, because then it'll stop the enemy coming in. Go with a hammer fist. This is going to make me get a bit of damage. So get a bit of damage there, but doggo is going to cause 14. And you're going to attack the dog back. Well, they're only on 7. But they will attack the dog this turn, which is a bit of a shame. So I'm going to have to probably dart the dog to there. So you can jump over things. And I think that'll be fine. There's another opponent in. I think we'll be able to take this guy out. He's only got 7 health. Bite. There you go. Straight away, 8 damage. Probably should have looked at the rest of it, but whatever. Right, dog's going to be attacked there, so we don't really want that on our conscience. We've got a takedown, which is always good. Do we have a rip, though? We don't. We do not. Long strike. I mean, ideally you want... The dog's only got 1 more health. Can I get the dog there? Possibly. But what can I do? I can only vault to there. But I can do a takedown. If I get the dog to go there, I then vault to here. I then do a long strike, which is going to be a bit of damage. And then 8 damage, and then a takedown, which is 8 damage anyway. So, there you go. End your turn. Oh, the welder. Right, that's going to be a problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to focus on them. I'm going to ignore those. Those can do whatever they need to do. I could do heal. I could do front kick. I can move the dog wherever I need to. Then after that... although do we deal with this guy? What's the range on the goon? Goon is range 1 to 2 tiles, so it will hit the dog and the dog will go down. Don't really want that in my life. So, I guess the KI combo, ends all combo, so all this combo, the 10 out of 10 combo will just go. 18 damage though, it's impressive. If I was to slip there, if I was to front kick, dog will attack as well. Yep. If I was to bark, which is a push, which is more damage, and then another 18, and then another 8. They're on 5 health left. And I'm going to weave the dog just away. There you go. So basically we caused all that damage, and it wasn't too bad at all. Ready plus, why would we not? Bite, 16 damage. Oh, that could just take the guy out. Go there. Bite. I mean, yeah, why not? I'm going to slip over to there. Put a bit of block on, not that it matters. Dart the dog to there, because this guy's probably going to stand there. Yep, exactly what they're going to do. What I'll do then is I will get the dog to weave to there. I will then jump kick, and then the dog's going to attack, and then we'll long strike, and then they're gone. Alright, again, not a bad one. All bonuses completed. Catch scent. 3 momentum. Draw select a card from discard pile. That's pretty good. Block, we've already got. Improvisation. Add a random attack card to your hand. The card costs 0 momentum this turn. Catch scent is pretty good. But again, trying to keep a lean deck. I think I'm going to skip on that one. Ready up. 2 conditioning. Next time you gain block and 75%, we're not really doing a block thing. Puncture. Is that new? 2 damage, 2 bleeding, ignores block. And then run. I don't want any of those. Skip that. Go for the event. So, Underworld Kingpins are holding a meeting at tonight's opera. You are tasked with creating a diversion. Send Agent K on stage. 66 dog card. 33% lose 30%. Cut the power. 50% enhancement, 50% lose 30%, and pull the fire alarm, 50% 75, or 50% lose 6 health. I'm going to try and get the enhancement, actually. Lose 30. As you flip the switch, the venue erupts into chaos, so extraordinary that performing any kind of espionage is impossible. Your fellow agents barely escape unscathed themselves. Okay, so we are the worst Bond. Right. Upgrade cards, 110 generic units of currency. What would bark plus be? It would be 4 damage plus the pushback. Takedown's always good. And yeah, it's range 1 to 2. That might be good. K9 combo. 150 though. Rip. It's only additional 2 bleed, which I'm not too concerned. It's a bit, you know, a bit bland. Stun dart. 9 damage, so if it gets through, it does more damage. Heal. Getting 2 combo, so that's not bad. We have used heal quite a few times. I'm very aware that we're basically leveling the dog up and not ourselves. Bark plus, maybe not. What's the... Right, when in doubt, you look through, and what's the most expensive that you can afford? Maul is 95, we've got 110. But we don't really use Maul. Bark. We do use Bark a bit for the pushback and damage. I'm going to go with that one. And then if there's anything else, we'll do that as well. There's Long Strike. We'll just get Long Strike. There we go. Okay, so we're at the pub. So, we'll meet him at the bar. This is the boss. And all you need to do is defeat that guy. The rest of them you can ignore. So whether or not you focus on just them is completely up to yourself. Let's see then. So the pistol thug at the sort of northwest, we're not really too concerned with. The one in the northeast, they're looking directly at us. This guy, the biker boss, has 72 health. They have an attack and will turn to face the player. And interesting, they can be taken down. So we do have takedown. Oh, we have Maul as well. Ooh. Okay. I'm going to run to there. I'm going to Hammer Fist, because then dog will attack. I'm going to then take down the target, and then I'm going to maul the target. So they've taken lots and lots of damage. I am going to get shot for 10 damage. Actually 12 by the look of that. But this guy's only got 26 health left. And truth be told, I'm just going to play Dog Whistle and see what we can get off this, because I think I can take this guy out in this turn if we're good enough. Long Strike, 9 damage, Dog will do 8. How much have they got left? 9, combo, there you go, 2 turns. I could probably play that a little bit better, but you know what, we got there. We got there. Complete the fight with an 8 turns, plus 20 health. I didn't even look at it. Dear me. Emergency move. Gain an emergency move card at the start of each fight. Momentum boost. Increase maximum and pair momentum by 1. That's really good. Distraction. Reduce incoming damage from attacks by 3. Emergency move is always good. And I think emergency move is probably what we're going to go with, because then that helps us get to where the dog is to get that support unit and all that sort of thing. So we'll pick that up. And then, yeah, good work at battling the little lions. There you go. So the next one would be the Insiders, but we are going to leave it there. That has been a bit of fights in tight spaces, and I don't know what the exact name is, but we're going to call it the K9 DLC. Yeah, it's really fun. I mean, I'm always up for more fights in tight spaces. I know that obviously they did nights in tight spaces as well, but and as much as I enjoyed it, I didn't gel with it as much as I have with this one. I don't know what it is. I think it's just the first, this is the first one, and you tend to fall in love with that sort of thing. But yeah, that's been a bit of the game, and well, let me know what you think, not just for the video, but hopefully for everything else. Hopefully you haven't been totally incompetent with everything, trying to get, like I say, back into the whole swing of things. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, and as always, we'll go from there. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.